Cheers.
Cheers.
What are you drinking?
Coffee. Well, afternoon. Pick me up.
Me as well.
No, that's tea.
Well, no, an afternoon pick me up, not coffee.
Okay.
Yeah, my afternoon caffeine.
Yes. Okay. Afternoon. Pick me up.
Pick me up. Well, since the last time we spoke in this media, we both went to concerts. It's been a little bit because I think I had the flu, so it's been about a week and a half.
People wouldn't have wanted to hear this. It was hard. It was hard to hear Kayla talk. I was like, oh, she's in pain.
Yeah, it was rough. I haven't been that sick in a long time. Today, I'm at probably like 97%. It's just a little bit
That's
left,
getting there.
but
Yeah,
it's there. Yeah,
there.
a little bit of a lingering cough. So mind me if it happens at all during this. Anyways, so yes, we both saw concerts. We had to postpone our chat about it a little bit for health reasons, but we're here now.
We're here now. And
we're here
now.
We're
going to recap this shit.
We are going to recap this shit. Well, we have not really had a chance to recap it personally
Kayla,
either.
I have no fucking clue how the J. Cole concert was for you. Not even.
And all I know about your Gavin DeGraw OAR concert is that the venue was intimate, but I feel like that's all I know about your situation
I guess
as well.
Yeah, okay, so we're getting fresh reactions here.
So then you go first. Connor, you saw first and foremost OAR, but went for Gavin DeGraw and Lisa Loeb.
Yeah, so I went to an OAR concert. It was at the Greek Theater here in LA, not the Greek Theater in Berkeley. Greek Theater in LA. There's two.
Oh.
I went to go see, it was technically OAR in concert. And then, like you said, Lisa Loeb and Gavin DeGraw were opening. I was going for my boy, Gavin DeGraw. So my friend had asked me if I wanted to go to this concert when I was in San Francisco, like months ago. And I saw OAR and I was like, I don't know a single OAR song. I'm out. But
don't count me in.
Yeah, I was like, but then I saw that Gavin DeGraw was opening and I was like, wait, that changes the entire game. I will be going to this concert. And then I moved, but then it was here in LA a couple nights before the San Francisco show. And I was able to walk up to the Greek. So I did that. I got there early. One notable thing, it was one of the cleanest venues I've ever been to. It's an outdoor venue.
Okay.
And then it was just like really notably clean and crisp. That was just one thing I saw off the bat.
Were there seats? Like, were there sitting seats? Okay.
Yes. So then it's kind of like a bowl and it's just sitting seats throughout the whole thing. And it's smaller than I thought it was going to be. Because usually I'm used to an outdoor venue. I'm used to like a Tinley Park shoreline, like where there's the grassy lawn areas. There's none of that. So it felt smaller than what I thought it was going to be. And it felt really intimate. It feels like you can't get a bad seat in the house. And I'm glad I know that now to go back. There's a lot of artists that are going to be there. And it really feels like you can't get a bad seat. Yeah, I went. Lisa Loeb was really good. What's the name of the song? She has one really famous song from the 90s. It might be Stay.
Maybe.
Yeah, it might be Stay. So she was good. She did just guitar, played the songs, and then Gavin DeGraw came on. And he was great. I just wanted more Gavin DeGraw. Like, he had such a good vibe. He was in a playful energy. Both Lisa Loeb, Gavin DeGraw, they live in LA. So this is kind of like hometown show. Yeah, so I think their friends and like family were in the crowd too. And this was still the opener, so it wasn't even full at this point, which I was kind of shocked about. And then Gavin DeGraw, he played a couple of songs I didn't know that I think are newer, and then some older songs. His vocals are just crazy. It didn't matter if I didn't know the song or not. I was just enamored, and it was just a fun vibe. And then he got in the crowd for a lot of it. And again, I think because like his friends and family were there, and he like walked up and down and was like singing in there. So he had a really good stage presence that was just fun. And it ended too soon. I was just like, it's over already, because then I was not planning to stay for OAR, and I did not see a single bit of OAR left right after Gavin DeGraw.
Didn't even give him a chance. You're just like, I'm out.
I know. I probably should have listened to a song, but I was going to walk back. It's kind of a hilly area and it had just gotten dark. And I was like, I don't want to be like
Oh.
walking back too dark. It felt very safe walking back. It's a pretty populated area, but I just didn't know it yet. So I was just like, I'm going to get out of here and I'm going to walk back. I came and saw what I needed to see, and it was Gavin DeGraw. But I really want to see Gavin DeGraw at his own show sometime. Like, the opening was not enough.
How long approximately did he play for? Was it more or less than a half hour?
I think a little bit longer than that.
Okay,
I honestly
but not
couldn't
by a
tell
lot.
you. Not by a lot. I mean, probably
wow.
maybe an hour. Maybe he played an hour.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
That's respectable.
Yeah. I don't know. It could have been longer. We probably got 8 songs. I don't know.
Obviously, he's saying "I don't want to be." I don't think Gavin DeGraw sings a concert where he doesn't sing that. But did he sing "Chariot"?
Yes, he sang Chariot.
nice.
He actually sang that one the second song in, and I was kind of
Okay.
shocked he played it that soon. And then he ended with "I Don't Want to Be." I maybe knew one other song, and then everything else was newer songs.
Oh, really? I didn't even know he
Yeah.
was putting out newer music.
Yeah, I guess so. I don't know if it's out yet. I don't know. You want to know what I thought about when I was seeing him? You know, in the show What I Like About You with
Yeah.
Jenny Garth, Amanda Bynes, when he plays at the wedding.
I haven't been able to finish that. Well, I mean, I watched it as a kid, but I haven't finished it since rewatching it. So I don't know what wedding you're referring to.
Oh, well, he's featured on the show. And then, and it's a funny moment. He plays at a wedding and then
Okay.
he makes out with someone. So.
Oh, okay. I imagine I feel like I know who the wedding is for. Is it the older sister? Does she get married?
Yeah, it's for
Okay.
That's funny.
Don't tell me who, but I have a good idea. But if it's not who I think it is, then that's a big plot twist. So
I won't tell you who.
Okay.
But yeah. What season are you on? Have you been like actively watching it?
Well, I bought a Netflix. I couldn't use the Netflix account that I had been using under my family's account. So I bought my own account specifically to watch a movie that I had read the book for. And I was like, okay, I'll buy it for a month. I'll cram in all my shows. I finally finished Mom. I finished the last 3 episodes of Mom that I had not finished.
You hadn't finished that?
No, it was literally, I had 3 episodes left and then I just stopped watching it for a year.
But I
finished.
Show.
It did end very well. It did end very well, in my opinion. I was like, how are they?
Well.
Right? Especially without Christy. I was like, how are they going to end this without Christy? Sorry for any spoilers for anybody that's on their current mom journey, but it's an old show, as is What I Like About You. But because I created a brand new account, I lost all of what I'm currently watching. And so
your place and everything.
I honestly, I went back and sought out Mom, and I had to go through all of the episodes to be like, did I see this one? Did I see this one? I knew it was the last season, so that was easy to figure out. But as far as What I Like About You, I first and foremost just forgot about, I didn't even remember that I was in the middle of watching that. So I never went back to look. But I think I had gotten to season 3, maybe.
Okay. And there's 4, right?
Oh, then I did not. I got to season 2. I didn't get that far.
Okay.
I do want to finish it though.
You should.
Yeah.
That one I had a lot of fun with this year. I forgot that was this year. That feels like a lifetime ago, but I had a lot of fun rewatching that one this year.
Well, speaking of shows, and what a great bridge. I am about 20 years late to the game, but I started One Tree Hill very recently. And so Gavin DeGraw is very much in my face, every single. And then because I was sick with the flu, I did a lot of One Tree Hill watching. Over the weekend, I did not leave. I left my apartment once to go grocery shopping, and I read a book. But outside of that, I watched a lot of One Tree Hill. And, it's one of those shows where it's 9 seasons, 25 episodes per season, 40 minutes a show. There's a lot of girth to that show. I shouldn't, based on when I started this show, I should not be as far as I already am. But it's just because I was sick. In the first season, Gavin DeGraw, and I don't know what the episode is like in What I Like About You when he comes on the wedding, but in the first season of One Tree Hill, he comes and sings at Karen's Cafe, and it's such a fun vibe. Obviously, the show sponsored his music, he is One Tree Hill, but he's just constantly in my rotation now, and it's so interesting that I just so happened to start watching One Tree Hill.
Yeah, right as that happened.
Yeah.
Oh, I love One Tree Hill. And I love the music, their integration with music throughout.
Yes.
So wait, what season are you on?
I'm on 4.
Wait, has it gone to the to the future yet?
No.
This isn't a spoiler. This is like
Okay.
a known thing. They jump X amount of years within the series. It's not a spoiler. It's just you
Okay.
see a little bit more grown up. But they just
No, yeah.
yeah.
Well, there's 9 seasons. I'm like the beginnings of season 4 to just give you like like Pete Davidson. That was a whole, not Pete Davidson. Pete from Fall Out Boy was just
Oh,
like
Pete Wentz.
Pete Wentz, yeah, was just Peyton's boyfriend for a hot sec. Not only the soundtrack of the show, like the music they choose as background music, but then also the live music that they bring onto the show, like the live bands, and they're
like,
all
that's
like
the best.
huge.
That's the best that they do. Yeah. It was
at
like
that
a
time.
big deal. Yeah, it was
Yeah.
a big deal that they used to. It was like a fun thing of what guests they were gonna have on One Tree
Yeah.
Hill.
I mean, looking back now, I don't really know why my parents wouldn't have necessarily let me watch that, but I had strict rules around TV. I knew it was drama, but I just remember like that was one of your favorite shows when we were like 8 or 9. And as I'm watching it now, I keep looking up like, okay, what year did this season come out? And I'm trying to put myself in the shoes of how old we were then. Even like I knew about the real world dating of Sophia Bush and Chad Michael Murray, but then they got married and then they got annulled. And I'm like, oh my God, that was just in season 2. They had to work together for another 7 seasons. Like, that's crazy.
I didn't realize that was just in season 2. Yeah, I watched that show live when it was on air because my parents had been watching it. There was only one episode they would not let me watch.
Do you remember what season?
It was early on. It's before the jump. It was season 3, episode 16.
You know what? That might be, I think is that the school shooting?
Yes.
Yeah.
They wouldn't let me watch that.
Yeah, that one came on and I had been watching it for a couple of episodes at that point, and I was like, whoa, dark turn. Like, very dark turn. Anyways, so yeah, I hear I Don't Want to Be every day now, and it's just a no skip credit intro. I got to listen to it every time.
It's so good. And you can, when he's walking with the basketball over the bridge and I Don't Want to Be comes on.
Yeah.
So good.
That song, I just think that particular song holds so much like nostalgia, sure, but also this general joy to it. There's like this generalized joy and nostalgia mixed together. And yeah, then all the pictures that come across screen. So is that what you felt hearing it? What was your experience like during that particular song? Did it bring you back or?
Yeah, that was the song that I was most excited for. I also do like other Gavin DeGraw music that he didn't play. And people were singing in the crowd too, and it was just like the sun was just about to set and it was kind of up in, the Greek is kind of up near Griffith Park, so it's like it's a little scenic, which was cool, and trees around. So yeah, it was just a good moment. And people in the crowd were singing. He was a good vibe. The song was on. Yeah, that's a song that I feel like a lot of people can connect to and feel from it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that's cool. So now you know of the venue, and I imagine you've looked up the venue's schedule on Pearl, and now you have a direct way.
Mount Joy is there this week. Yeah,
are you gonna go?
I think I might.
You have to go, Connor. You have to go.
Yeah, they're gonna be there Thursday and Friday, and the tickets are only like $28 for Thursday. And then Train is there next week.
Oh my God.
Role Model is going to be there this fall. It's like they have a really solid. Who else? Let's see. John Batiste, Jack Johnson, Role Model. I think Bleachers. I don't think this is everyone. Their website is not fully up to date. Yeah, I don't know. It's a good venue though.
Yeah, I feel like you have to see Montjoy.
Yeah, this would be my first time seeing them at their own show.
Like they have headliner.
I saw them at Outside Lands, and then I saw them open for Zach Bryan.
Okay. Well, to give you my recap of J. Cole, it was really an awesome experience. It's just so interesting because I was in the middle of the flu, but I pumped my body with so much medicine that day that it's not as if I wasn't sick, but I wasn't sick on my energy levels. So like I still had symptoms, but my energy was fully there for that 3-4 hours. I went with my brother, his girlfriend, and my brother's best friend. And my brother and his girlfriend flew into town for this. Jake's favorite artist, my brother, is J. Cole. And so I knew Jake earlier, before the concert started. I had said, like, are you going to get merch? Because he's been to a J. Cole and a Kendrick Lamar concert before, and both of those he went balls to the walls on merch. And so I said, are you going to do the same this time? He was like, no, like, financially, I'm not in the same boat. I can't go that hard. And I was like, okay. So I thought maybe he was going to get 2 or 3 items. Jake,
That's
Jake
not going hard. 2 or 3 merch items?
For Jake, no. For me, that would be going hard. Like, that's me going hard.
That's a lot.
Yeah. Jake ended up dropping, I don't know if this is about my experience, but I just was there.
This is part of your experience.
He ended up dropping like $800. And I was like, oh my God. He has like a garbage bag full of shit and he couldn't take it back to Colorado. So it's currently in my closet. But he got almost, and that's, I don't even want to say like, almost everything
what?
there.
What? How? Did he buy the entire table? Like what?
And that's the thing. No, there were a lot of options. And there were a lot of options for J. Cole. I will give him that. But he got probably 8 or 9 things. But there were a lot
that's insane.
I know. It was insane. So we get there and we had really good seats. We were in section 111. We were in 111, row 8. And get this, at every single concert, J. Cole starts the show in the crowd and you don't know where he's going to be. Like every show, it's not the same section. Connor, J. Cole, and when I tell you he starts in the crowd, he literally walks down the stairs, asks the people in their chairs to just like move out of the way, and he sits in the chair. Like he sits in someone's chair. And I guess the J. Cole fandom is just super respectful and has not taken that for granted or taken advantage of that and gotten like too touchy-feely. Because he's got no one there. It's just him, and he sits on the chair in some random section. Connor, we were in section 111. He does this in section 110. He was so fucking close to being the section that we would have had to like in this giant arena. So anyways, right before he started, like when the openers were still on, we're sitting in our seats. We were on the aisle.
Who were the openers?
One girl was PJ. That's it, PJ. We had a fun time with PJ. PJ has an ex called Marcus Johnson, and I wouldn't want to get PJ. Oh, PJ made it very known to everybody. At one point, she like started off like one of her songs. She's like, "You guys ever have an ex that you break up with?" And you didn't really know if she was going to take like the graceful route or if she was not going to take the graceful route. She did not take the graceful route. She was like,
she named names, full name.
And I ended up seeing this on TikTok later. She pulls out her phone. And I don't think she did this. If she did this to any of the other stops, I have not seen the videos of that. I only saw her do it for Chicago. She pulls out her phone and in the microphone, she's recording herself. She's like, "You guys ever had that ex that's just like an asshole? And he just like totally did you dirty. And the count of 3, I need this entire arena to say, 'Fuck you, Marcus Johnson.'" So, and then she recorded it. It was great. So
that level of petty is crazy.
And then I saw that on TikTok a couple days later, and in the comments it was like everyone was saying like Marcus Johnson must have really fucked up because PJ's got 30,000 people screaming "Fuck you, Marcus Johnson." It was funny. But there were
she's checking Instagram to see if he saw it.
Yeah. I'd never heard of her, but I liked a couple of her songs. She was PJ. The next opener, get this, was PFG. They are not in any way correlated, just PJ and PFG. She was like R&B. He was rap. He was good too. And then in between the 2 main openers, they had a DJ. So they played like No Hands came on, and it was as if everybody was dancing as if that was the concert. And all of these old 2000s hip hop songs came on. So that was just really fun. And
that's
so they were like,
people should do that more with having just nonstop music. Like when there's the lulls, it's just
yes, agreed.
It's really tough in the opener lulls and the in-betweens between. Also, even the opener and the headline, there can be like 20 to 30 minutes, and you're just like,
you sit there. Exactly. And you don't feel like if you have to go to the restroom or something, you don't feel like you're missing out too much. But if you're there, you are having a decent time. Like if you're sitting in your seats, So anyways, so Jake had already gotten, let's say 6 items worth. let's say $500 worth. And then we're sitting there, we're in our seats, we have all bought our merch, and then he just gets up and leaves. I thought he's going to the bathroom. And he comes back with another fucking bag of merch. And I'm like, are you shitting me? And he was like, I just couldn't stop thinking about the 2 other shirts. So he got all that.
So were they all shirts, sweatshirts? Like, did he get a vinyl?
What he got?
Like, what?
No,
Yeah,
he got all shirts and sweatshirts. He got 3 sweatshirts and I think like 6 shirts.
I can't even, like, to have just 3 J. Cole sweatshirts. I can't, like, sometimes I get decision paralysis just thinking about the sweatshirts that I do have. Like, you know?
Like which one to wear today?
Yeah, it's a big task to pick out which sweatshirt to wear.
Yeah.
You know? Because then you're like, I'm going to wear this a couple times. You know, I'm not just going to wash this sweatshirt right after I wear it. I'm going to wear it a couple times. And then you got to go pick out the next sweatshirt. And I just feel like that's a lot of, like, does he have sweatshirt paralysis? Like, I don't know how he.
I will say, what I will give him though, I will give him credit for is the fact that Jake never buys himself clothes. If it were up to him, he would wear sweatpants and a sweatshirt every day for the rest of his life. And given that, the only sweatshirts he ever wears are the J. Cole and Kendrick sweatshirts he bought at the first 2 concerts. He doesn't wear like any other sweatshirts. He won't put them in the dryer. He always hang dries them so they keep their value. But I will say the J. Cole merch,
they're a good investment then for him.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll give that to him.
We'll give that to him, but it's also ridiculous that he spent $800.
Yeah, it's yeah. Yeah.
But also, whereas I feel like at a lot of concerts, t-shirts are generally about $50. A sweatshirt is usually $100. J. Cole's were a little bit more expensive. I think his t-shirts were $60, $65, and his sweatshirts were $150, which I felt like was a little steep, but
that's an expensive ass sweatshirt.
They were really good quality. Like the difference between my J. Cole t-shirt and my Ariana t-shirt are night and day. Do you want to see it?
Can you show us?
It's right here. So what I loved about this, my favorite song is Poor Thing. He had a Poor Thing t-shirt. He had an I Love Her Again t-shirt. And I would have chosen those 2 songs over the Let Out, which is the t-shirt that I got. But Poor Thing had his face, and I prefer merch without their faces on it. So it was his face, and then there were no tour dates. It didn't say anything about the tour. It just said Poor Thing in his face. And I was like, I'm not going to spend my money on that. I Love Her Again was just text with hearts all over it, and I really liked it. But again, nothing about the tour, no tour dates. So I'm like, if you don't know, it's just a very out of context shirt. Like, I Love Her Again. And so I got this one because I feel like it's a good color. It's the next best shirt in my opinion. I survived the Let Out, but then it has the exact show that you went to. So they're all like custom.
I like that with the Chicago.
Yeah, and then the back, same with all the tour dates, but they highlight your show. So they're all in black.
Oh, that's fucking sick. That back is sick.
Right?
Wait, you can't even really see that. Yeah, that's cool. I like that.
Yeah. So I just thought the shirt that I have, only people in Chicago had access to it. Like, I just think that's so cool.
I think that's special. Yeah.
Yeah. And no other shirt did that. Like, no other shirt that even had tour dates on it highlighted just the one you were at. Not that I needed that, but whether it had his face on it so this was the one that like just text, and I like the color. It's like forest green, and it's 100% cotton, but this is some premium fucking cotton. It's a thick shirt. So that's the shirt I got.
Okay.
But anyway,
I forgot to get Gavin DeGraw merch next time.
Connor! I know you may have been joking when you said that, but was there merch? Do you know?
I don't know.
I would have gotten Gavin DeGraw merch. Maybe not Lisa Loeb, but
there had to have been merch because Lisa Loeb made a plug for her pink vinyl of the old album. So there probably was Gavin DeGraw merch. I never even think to look at the merch.
That's so crazy. We are so different in that.
I
know. Anyway, so then he comes out, first song is 39 intro, and he starts it sitting on the chairs, and then he went down, he like walked through the entire arena, and he's just like dabbing people up he walks from section 110 all the way to the stage, which was really cool. Here's the thing too, I went into this concert, and we've talked about striking the balance between being present and capturing the memory. I went into this concert knowing that I was probably going to end up being more present than I was going to be able to capture the memory just because it's so like high energy type of situation. I went in saying, okay, Kayla, I would be okay if I walk out of here with only 3 videos, Poor Thing, Wet Dreams, and No Role Models. Maybe Love Yours. But like I really wanted the no role models part where he's like, fool me one time, shame on you. Fool me twice, can't put the blame on you.
Yeah.
Connor, this is one of my, in the grand scheme of life in the world, very non-substantial fear. But as far as concerts go, I've always thought it'd be such a shame if I pull out my phone to record something and like have the mindfulness to record it and think I'm recording the entire time, but forget to actually hit record.
Did you do it?
And so you saw for like Poor Thing, my video quality is shit because I was like dancing all over the place. I was in it and I was rapping the whole thing. My video's shit. That's okay. I got a decent one of Wet Dreams, and then No Role Models came on, and I'm like, for the first 3/4 of the song, I am just straight up in it. And then I pull my phone out, and I get the George Bush part. I get like the whole state, because it was not just like that. It's the whole stadium being like, fool me, what? Like, that's just so cool. And then I got the whole end of the end of the song, and I put it in my pocket, and then I didn't pull out my phone again the entire time. And he didn't sing I Love Her Again, which is kind of crazy to me because in an interview he had said that that's one of his favorites off the album. And I feel like that's a really good concert song. Anyways, I get home that night and I'm looking at my camera roll and I'm like, oh, wow, I only got like 4 videos, but you know, whatever. Oh, my Poor Thing one sucks. Oh, like, okay, I got a good Love Yours. I got a good Wet Dreams. And then I'm looking through, I'm like, there's no role models. So I held it up the whole time. I didn't actually press record until I thought I was pressing stop recording. So I ended up just recording my pocket. Like I put it in my pocket and you can't hear shit. It's like muffled. And I'm like,
how long did it record for in your pocket?
It's like 8 minutes.
You probably ran out of storage at
Yeah. And then Jake and Joe were very adamant on how they were not going to pull out their phone one time. They were like, we did that the first concert, and Jake's like, I've never went and looked back at the one of those videos, so I just like,
we're
it's
so
not
different.
Worth it. Yeah,
we're so different.
Yeah, and
I always rewatch.
I always rewatch, right? Yeah, and even now, 12 years later, I went and saw JT like 12 years ago, and seeing him perform Mirrors, I'm so mad at myself. It was the one video I took on Snapchat. All of the other videos from that concert I took on my camera roll so I can access all those. The one moment that I actually give a fuck about and have tried to rewatch, I took it on Snapchat, and for whatever reason, like I don't have access to that video anymore. So I'm just like, yeah.
Do you use Snapchat ever still?
No. And maybe that's why I have it downloaded on my phone still for memories that pop up, but I never use it as a form of communication, or I don't even look at people's stories on there. I've been really in between deleting it for storage reasons at this point. It takes up a lot of space on your phone. Anyways, so I didn't get role models, but his talent is no new news, but seeing him do it live was just really crazy because it's one thing to just be able to perform live for that long of a time, especially if you're a rapper. But I just feel like J. Cole specifically just like spits the entire time, all of his songs, especially from the Fall Off. I feel like some of his older songs are a little bit more like there's more singing moments, at least in the chorus. But I think at like one point he also got teary on the stage. He was so grounded. You would have probably really appreciated this. He really set up. He had said numerous times to the crowd, he was like, listen, if you're here because you know one song, I'm so grateful for you. If you're here because you know 5 songs, and if you're here because you know every song word for word, if you're here and you've never even heard of me and this is your first time and you go home and listen to my catalog, that's awesome. Like he was just so genuinely grounded and grateful for anybody being there and not putting any pressure on anyone in the audience to feel bad about themselves for not being able to go bar for him, because he was like, listen, I'm going to sing a lot of songs from my new album, The Fall Off, that came out in February. And he was like, that album, I'm going to let you know, it goes a little hard based on my other albums. So if you can't sit here, even if you know the album, you can't sing that along with me, I'm not surprised. I go pretty hard in that album. And so
He's like, I have the talent for for a reason, you know?
And in his breath work too. But that said, the Fall Off has been a project he's been working on for over a decade. And so every song had a story to it. The first disc is obviously, he wrote those all like 10 years ago. And so then, and he wasn't going to put it out. And the second disc is when he fell in love with music again and decided, like, what am I doing? You know, I got to either be in this or what am I doing? And why am I not practicing what I preach? And so he would set some of the songs up by telling like a 3 to 5 minute long story. He would sit there and tell the story of like why this song is significant or what led him to. There was just so much storytelling without bells and whistles. Storytelling with bells and whistles has its own moment and is equally as cool and its own artistry. But him just sitting there and just, it was like stripped down, raw, authentic emotion that was coming out of him and lived experience. And another one of the reasons I love him so much is I think he's a very conscious and wise person. He's very wise and very mindful. And so the way he not only tells his stories and speaks is just coming from such a state of consciousness about his own awareness with himself and his surroundings. Yeah, it was really cool. And it was long. It was longer than Ari. He rapped for like 2 straight hours and barely drank water. I was like, he was like barely drinking his water bottle. It was crazy, but it was...
You're like, hydrate, my dude.
I remember we made a joke a couple weeks prior. You were like, oh, because I was like, I'm probably not going to be able to, go bar for bar the entire concert. And you're like, you're not going to be able to go bar for bar with J. Cole, Kayla, like fake fan. And it's interesting. No, I did not go bar for bar the entire concert. But I actually did end up knowing a lot more than I thought I was going to. And so Jake, my brother, who did go bar for bar just about every single song, which does not surprise me. It was just like as a sibling moment. I'd never been to a concert. I went to see Justin Timberlake with my family, but outside of that, I've not been to a concert with any of my siblings. And it was just a really cool sibling bonding moment, especially because not everybody in the group would know the song as much as Jake and I. And so based on me being able to like sit by him, we were just like going at it together and singing together and rapping. It was really cool.
That's fun.
Well,
I'm glad that
really
you guys
cool.
got to, I'm glad that he came back for this and you guys got to go see it in Chicago.
Yeah, it was really cool. One more note, PFG, one of the openers, at one point was like...
Not PJ.
Not PJ.
Not PJ with Marcus Johnson.
PFG was like queuing up one of his songs that had to do with love. And no, I'm sorry. It was J. Cole. It wasn't PFG. It was J. Cole. J. Cole was queuing up one of his songs. He was about to sing Life Sentence, which is like, about him and his wife and their love. So he's like, is there anybody out here in the crowd that has a boo thing? And he hasn't finished his sentence, but people already start cheering. Like, and your boo thing is sitting right here next to you at this concert tonight. And so I like slap Jake on the back and I'm like, yeah, you got your boo thing. And then like the crowd settles down. He's like, all right. And Jake starts like getting ready to pat me because he's like, he's going to say the people that don't have a boo thing. And so then he's like, so Jake starts patting my back and like slow pats. And then he's like, is there anybody out here in the crowd that has a boo thing, but your boo thing ain't here tonight? And Jake just was like, oh, sorry, Kayla, that's not you. And then we look at Joe because Joe has a girlfriend and we're like, Joe, and we start patting Joe. And then I thought that was it. I thought because it was Life Sentence, I thought it was just like, we're going to highlight the people that have boo things here. So then Jake's like, whispering musically, sorry, it's not your night. And then Jake was like, and lastly, and Jake's like, Kayla! Oh, and he's like, is there anybody out here?
Single people are getting a moment here.
He's like, if you don't have a boo thing, because of just the way he teed it up, and I didn't know when that was going to come, my whole group and I, like, we went crazy. We're like, yeah! It was
Us
really...
single people need love, too.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah. And then he was like, you just know you're going to get a boo thing one day that's going to make you connect to this song. And that was just... And then Jake's like, you got your moment. You got your moment. So
you're like, Jake, simmered out.
So yeah, it was, I'm so glad I went to that concert. It was such a fun time. It was such a fun time.
I'm glad that your body got you through it for that little period because you had to skip Kaylani.
Yeah. Oh, I had to skip Kayla the last time we were in this chat. It was like, hey, you're going to go to Kaylani and J. Cole. Yeah. Had to skip Kaylani on that Sunday. and I sold my tickets. Unfortunately, I don't know if I told you this. It was at Northerly Island, and it was also pouring rain. That day was a really gnarly day weather-wise. And that was probably one of my worst days, sickness. Erica, who I was going to go with, was also sick. We both got sick at Ariana Grande. And so I told her, I was like, listen, we can try to sell the ticket. We spent $100 on those tickets 5 months ago. So I was like, yeah, if we eat the cost, I'm fine with it. But I was like, hey, I can still try to sell them. Even if we get half back, that'd be great.
Yeah.
And so I looked up day of, it was sold out, but you got to strike the balance of you want to make sure you get your ticket sold to at least get something back versus price it too high and not get it sold at all. And so I saw that our seats, we apparently had really good seats. At that day, they were going for $168, $170. And I was like, oh, but we bought them for $100. Cutter, I ended up pricing them both for $50 each. And I was like, even if that's half, I put them up within 2.5 minutes. Like 2.5 minutes. I got an email. Your ticket's sold.
Someone's like, holy shit. But I feel like you probably made someone else have that moment where they're like, somehow I got $50 tickets.
They were legit. Yeah. I probably, you're right. That's a good way to put it.
You got to be a little angel for someone else to have like this serendipitous, like I'm the only one who got $50 ticket. It should have been $168.
Yeah. And for the seats were really good. But even looking back at the concert videos from that tour now, I have no remorse over not being able to, it's just, I'm okay. Like, Kaylani's going to go on tours
You'll
again.
see, yeah, you can see her again.
Cannot say the same for J. Cole. So yeah.
You want to know who I can't believe is on tour again?
The fucking Jonas Brothers?
Yeah. Have you been seeing the videos where it's like, I swear the Jonas Brothers owe... Yeah, who do they owe money to?
Yeah.
Because that was a huge tour they just did. And to come back already, and that was their big,
right after a tour.
Yeah, it was like their 20th anniversary tour too, and it's like to come back out and do another. I'm like, okay, I don't know that I'm not dying to go after I just went less than a year ago, and they haven't even released like new music in between.
I just saw that they were going on tour, and then I saw the tour dates, and it's like for tomorrow. I'm like, the tour starts like tomorrow, and
I'm like,
this is crazy.
When did this happen?
And then in all the comments are like, geez, like give us at least a month to save up. Tickets go on sale tomorrow, and then the first show is next week. And it's just like, yeah. After your experience, I really wanted to go, but the tickets aren't even on sale yet, so I don't know how much they are. But I think they'll be here in like mid-October or mid-September or something. I'm like, they're gonna be here. Tomorrow.
It's too close to each other. If I were to see the Jonas Brothers again, I'd want to see them in a couple years again, not.
And you know what? You might get that chance again. Based on these guys and how much they tour. And I'm just
Apparently.
like, they got families. Do they not want to? Yeah.
They are also family, so I don't know.
So, yeah. All right. But I have to think of like, I know my Max has his own like established family now, but if like me, Jake, AJ, and Max all had our own established families, like I can't imagine those poor spouses like, hey guys, the Lehman kids, we're going to go on tour again. You guys all, like, it's just kind of crazy.
Yeah, it is. I was shocked by it. I was very shocked by that.
Yeah.
They've been doing the most.
Yeah, they must owe money or they just really are in it for the love of the game, but they must
Maybe they're just trying
to
like work really hard for a chunk of time and then
retire.
Just have freedom from there. I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know.
Do it all. Because they came out with the Jonas Brothers movie, the Jonas Brothers thing. They had the Jonas Brothers New Year's Eve. Which,
Camp Rock 4.
Yeah, I'm not mad about, but it's a bit of a dense time period for all of this. I had a great time at the concert. I think it was a phenomenal concert, but just, dense time period for it all.
That's
we
the
watched
perfect
Jonas
way to put
Brothers
it.
go
On
coming
New Year's-
into on New Year's Eve. That's how we
2026. Yeah.
yeah, that is how
I
we
forgot
started
about
the year.
that.
Was watching the Jonas Brothers. Was with the Jonas Brothers.
Oh my God. I forgot about that. And we were like, we felt so lucky too. We just happened upon that channel, or like,
Yeah, we
there
had
was a
no idea that they were
Samsung-
playing.
yeah,
it was
you
the
only could
Samsung
see it.
TV channel.
But it
We
was
were
like
like,
a full
what
blown
is
fucking
this?
concert. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then here we are at like 12:30, just sitting there quietly, just watching the Jonas Brothers.
I know. It was just Kayla and I. My dad went to sleep. My dad and Tracy.
They did. They pushed through though. They stayed awake longer. They, whether or not they say it, I feel like your dad will say it, but I don't know where Tracy follows with the Jonas Brothers. But I feel like they enjoyed that concert too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I
At
know my
least
dad.
the
My
part
dad
that they
loved
watched.
the concert in person. He didn't know what he was getting into. He knew. Well, I gave him the choice, actually. There were 2 concerts that weekend, and I was like, we can go to this concert, we can go to this concert. And he was like, let's go to the Jonas Brothers. And then he kept making jokes of like, I can't believe I'm going to see the Jonas Brothers right now. And then we get there, and he ate that shit up. He ate that shit up. And then like Joe Jonas is singing Cake by the Ocean. And he's like, I didn't know she sang this song. I really like this song. And I was like, yeah.
Yeah, that's the perfect way to describe it. We're not complaining about it. No one's mad about it. It's just dense. It's a dense time for the Joe Bros.
And we're seeing their podcast. I feel like I'm seeing a lot of Jonas
The
Brothers.
podcast, yeah.
Yeah, they're working. They're hard
Yeah.
at work.
They are. They're making that dough. Yeah.
And they're in the studio too. I saw a TikTok where people are like, they're everywhere but the studio, and then Joe Jonas was like entering the studio. So
They're having fun
What are
with
they
it.
not doing right now?
Yeah. Well, with their families. That's the only thing they're not doing. The families they've created, at least. They are with family, but yeah. So we'll see. Actually, I think the pre-sale was today. So if they're reasonable, I might go, because that would be... Interestingly, though, they're playing at the Allstate Arena here versus United Center. I'm like, you guys could for sure sell out the United Center. I'm shocked you're going to the Allstate Arena, but we'll see if I go.
Yeah.
Well, great debrief on our
TBD.
concert. TBD. You might not go see him, but I'll stay tuned on if I do this time around.
You can never rule it out. You never know.
Yeah.
The stars may align.
Yeah.
A ticket might fall in my hand, and I might go.
You might get the $50 ticket that I gave for Kaylani, which was
You never
supposed to
know.
be like a $200 ticket. So
With my luck, I
Yeah.
actually probably could.
all right, dude. Well, cheers. Oh, a little slow-mo today for you.
Feeling spicy.
Mm-hmm.